Hello everyone, welcome to GameTech UK and some more on the road. Before we start, top right of your screen will be my on the road playlist with everything you need to know about the game in preparation for the release on the consoles. So let's get on with today's video. I get a lot of questions regarding on the road, and one of those questions is, how does the career start? How do you choose your vehicles and your location? How does it start? Is there a story behind it? All valid questions that I want to answer in this video. Also, I want to tack on the end my own little bit of advice for when starting the game. So of course the first thing you want to do is start a new game. Here you can create your profile, such as your player name and company name. Then it's time to choose your player image. Now, funnily enough, none of these really look like truck drivers. I suppose the one that looks most like a truck driver could be this one. They're all pretty standard images, so we're going to go with him. Now we can choose our company image. Now the only place this actually gets displayed, it doesn't get displayed on your vehicle, it just gets displayed on the signage above your main depot. So you can choose any one of these that takes your fancy. Next up is probably the most important choice of the game, at least to start with. Do you want to go with man or do you want to go with Scania? The choice is entirely yours. The final choice of this screen is where you want your headquarters based. This is quite an important one. Do you want to be central on the map? Do you want to be up the north? Do you want to be down the south? I'll put a map on the screen now so it gives you an idea of where all of these headquarters are based. But that is your final choice here. Now, On the Road isn't a story-based game. You're a driver, but as near as you get to story is this bit. Congratulations, you received a cattle trailer and a semi from a company liquidation. Please choose a location where you want to pick it up. Now, I chose my headquarters to be in Dortmund, so that's where we're going to choose our pickup location. So here we are in our Scania, ready to start our career. One thing you will notice is over on the sat-nav, the fuel gauge is almost completely empty. Really, your first job is to go to the fuel station and refill. If we look at the map, you can see my head office is at Dortmund. This is me on the green, currently located at the main office. The cattle trailer that we got as part of that liquidation sale is quite a way away over at the cooperative. So you actually start the game with your trucks separated, which is fine for a lot of people. But me personally, I like to have them all back at base, because if, for example, you was going to take your box trailer all the way down to pick up the cattle trailer and then take your cattle trailer once you finish your jobs back to the home base, they're still going to be separated. So this is my bit of advice for getting your trucks all at one place, and we're going to use a member of staff. Now, if you want to know in more detail about hiring staff, I will link a video top right of your screen popping up now that gives an in-depth look at how to manage staff. So if we head over to the vehicle screen, you can see that the cattle trailer currently hasn't got a driver. So let's go over to an employee. We've got an available slot because we've got an empty truck. Let's just choose someone at random. We'll choose Heinz and hire him. Once you're back to the vehicle screen, you can see we've got change driver option down here, and we've got an option now for Heinz. So now if we select that, that means that I am driving the rigid box and the cattle trailer is being driven by Heinz. If we go back to the map screen, you can see Heinz sitting in the cattle trailer at the cooperative waiting for some work. So if we select him as the employee and we click on our main base, that will put it in his sat-nav and he'll make his way back to the main base. Now, as I explained in that video I mentioned that goes into detail about hiring staff, when you hire a member of staff, the truck actually disappears off the map. Now, the idea of the task that we're doing here is getting Heinz to drive all the way back to our main depot, and we're going to take him out of the truck and the truck will respawn. The thing is, the truck will want to respawn in exactly the position we're sitting in now, so we will need to drive forward and move out the way. So as we can see, by going back to the map, you can see Heinz is at the depot. So what we need to do now is go back to the vehicles, go back to the cattle trailer, change the driver to none. While we're here, we can fire Heinz. We was only using him as a taxi service, if anything, just to get the truck back to our depots. So once you remove Heinz from the cattle trailer, the truck will appear at your garage, and I've parked up my box trailer next to it. Now that means we can start the career with all of our trucks currently in the same position. I'd love to know in the comment section below, would you use this system? Remember, it's going to cost you 1,300 euros to employ Heinz, but I think it's worth it to get all the trucks in one place. So there you go. Hopefully this video has given you an idea of what to expect when you start your career on the consoles on release on February the 11th. Don't forget to check out them playlists for On the Road, and of course feel free to subscribe. But that is it, everyone. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.